guys, it's Faith K here. I'm so happy. This is my second video, and I am just here to say thank you for your support for my inaugural video. You people have been supportive. I am validated. You've shown me that I'm meant to do this and I can do it. So I am here to give you content after content. And on that note, Happy International Women's Day! That's the reason why I am shooting today. I said I will not let this day go without me saying a thing or two about women, because today is their day after all. And sometimes we forget. We are chasing life, nini, one thing here, another one there, so you forget that you should always come back to yourself as a woman. Your place, your season, just to look into yourself and see what is going on with you. So today, my inspiration for this video today is about the theme of the International Women's Day. The the theme for this year was investing in women and accelerating progress. So I thought about it on the international scale. Of course, we know what it means: socio-economic and political progress, human rights, and everything else. But I wanted you people to scale it down to Shukishe. Let us bring it down to you as an individual woman. What does this such a day mean to you, or what does investing in yourself look like or mean on your simple little space, wherever you are? When you look at yourself like, sasa, where do I start? What does investing in myself mean? Na hizo vitu ni nini? So I sat down and I said, wacha tusaidiane. We help each other. I also don't know. I am now just beginning the journey of investing, and my initial investing is just going back to myself, reassessment. What am I doing right? What am I not doing right? And just going back to reevaluate my life in that regard. And so it means that this year, most of the things that I will be doing will be like fast of this, fast of that, because I didn't know that as a woman you're supposed to invest in yourself in a certain way and not a certain way. What you grow up thinking is what a woman should do. It's not usually actually the thing that happens on the ground or what builds you. So I have like only 2 or 3 points to tell you, to just help you jumpstart the journey towards self-investment. And of course, you should not forget the bigger picture of investing in women on a bigger scale. But now, you as an individual, what can you do to like enhance yourself as a person before now you can think about the bigger picture? So the first thing I thought about, and the one that we neglect so much, and what will be the overarching idea when you're thinking about self-investment, is self-care. Like, women, let's invest in self-care. And self-care is not what you think, like these are big things you have to invest money. Of course, you have to invest money. If you decide that my self-care for this year is skincare, we all know, some of us, skincare is not cheap. You have to go all in about. But I'm thinking of self-care in terms of the things that are like not so much, they're not going to give you a financial burden as such, but they're just going to help you like nut yourself, like put yourself together in ways that you did not know you could do. For instance, sleep. For instance, good food, nutrition, your health, and all those things. So number one, the first thing that I thought about when I thought about self-care, and I'm hoping that some of you embrace it. I have learned this thing from a friend. And when I finish shooting this video, of course, I'll share it with her. The first thing I've learned about investing in yourself is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries. You might just take this thing lightly, but you don't know the energy you invite within your space and the energy you allow other people to take from you, how much it takes you back from yourself. So you're allowing every person to get to your space, every word to get into your space, every voice to speak to you. Haujui You are losing yourself, because within that space of not setting boundaries, you cannot differentiate between your own values na values za watu wengine. You're just going with the flow, with the flow, with the flow. People, yani you're allowing everyone. People wanakuja, people misuse you, people misuse your time, people misuse your skills, people misuse your information. Like you have just allowed every person to get to your space. And setting boundaries can be as big as cutting people off, and as small as just making a mental note to yourself that you will not engage in this activity because it does not serve you. You will not engage with this person because they do not serve you. You will not listen to this to a certain kind of information because it is beyond you, and the energy that it draws from you. You will not hang out with so and so. You will not do this. That is what I mean by setting boundaries. And you can come up with other things. Just reevaluate your life and look at it and wonder, what is it that is going on in my life that is too bombarded? Sometimes you think being surrounded is what you need. No, for you to grow. But no, sometimes letting loose, closing doors, letting people stay away from you, that is what you need for you to rejuvenate and reinvigorate yourself and find yourself. So set boundaries, set boundaries. You know for sure what you need to open doors for, because setting boundaries does not mean that you close out everyone in your life. Apana, it's the skill of having the looking eye, like the quality to just look at people and just define and just say, this is a person that can stay in my life. They are helping me in one way or the other, and this is a person that I do not need because all they do is drain me. Have you ever hanged out with someone and after they leave, or within the conversation, or just within the moments, you're asking yourself, wataenda saa ngapi, ama aki nimechoka, ama when someone calls you and when they want to hang out with you, like, I can't, their energy is just so draining, I cannot do that. Don't do that this year. Out of your life. Like, just, and sometimes just don't hide. Sometimes you can walk away quietly, but sometimes you can tell someone, anyway, I hang out with you, but I cannot do it. And this I'm telling you about friends, families. Set boundaries with the families. Yes, I mean it. You love them, but you don't love them in that way. You should not allow them to drain you. And I'll tell you more as we go along about family and boundaries and where it has gotten me. I'm not successful in that at all. I have been failing 10 times over. But set boundaries. Set boundaries. Aye, that is number one. Number two, invest in things that are meaningful to you. And investing in things that are meaningful to you, I'm talking about not just going on a rampage, like everything is just take time. Now, by the way, I'm encouraging each one of you to keep a journal. Most of the times, ideas come to us, ama we think about things, ama we are bombarded with emotions, and you don't even take the time to analyze these ideas. So your mind is stressed, you don't know what to do because there are so many ideas going on. If you just take a journal, write your things down, think about them, analyze them, see what you can do, what you can't do, and you follow through. Sometimes you just want to let go of emotions in a journal, and then you walk away, you're like, oof, I needed to get that off my chest. When you can't really call someone immediately and tell them. Of course, sometimes we use friends as our journals. We just call them and tell them, by then this is going down. But when that can't happen, you have to really invest in a good journal. But that's beside the point. Invest in things that matter to you. There are friends of mine who tell me I want to travel. There are friends of mine who tell me exercise is important to them. There are friends of mine. Invest in those things. Sometimes they don't even cost much. Sometimes it's as simple as going to a park in Nairobi. I recently went to to a tourist place within CBD, and I found there a mother who was very excited that they have not been able to explore that place because they did not think in their mind that that is travel enough, that is a worthy experience. But once you start there, you start small and you will realize that, for me, this works for me, this is a good thing for me. So invest in things that matter to you. And number three, we are talking about investing in your like, guard your health. That is the point. Guard your health. And guarding your health means emotional and physical wellness. women we overlook. I've realized that many women many women, as long as you're not physically abusing them, they are good, they are living. But they forget that there's a mental wellness that they need to keep. They think that they are like cast, like they're stone. Like, I can handle this. I can go and talk to my friend and then I'll move on with my life. I can go and do this and then no, invest in your emotional and physical wellness. I, I am one of those people. Uh, I can't remember the last time I went to the gym, and that was like, I think in 2019, before even COVID began. So I cannot even say it was COVID that made me not to go to the gym. And even when I stopped going to the gym, I cannot even tell you that I went running in the morning. I cannot even tell you that I went, I did maybe home exercises. All these resources are there, but I just chose to ignore them because I was going through a mental issue that I did not address, that went on to impact my physical life. So sometimes you ignore this, and then you don't know that this mental issue, emotional issue, is the one that is causing you physical uh, turmoil. So I'm just telling you that when you look at it, uh, this year, you can just choose one thing. You choose one thing and you run with it, or you can choose all things and run with this. You are a woman, for heaven's sake. You can always multitask, engage in experiences. Don't forget to, when you're being gifted, I always tell people, gift me experiences. I want you to go out there to meet people. I want you to go out there to see good things, but invest in your experiences. And then number 4, is it 4? And maybe perhaps the last point I want to bring to your attention on this International Women's Day that you shouldn't ignore is to check your engagement on social media. Just check it. It is ironical that I'm bringing this information to you via social media platform, but I'm telling you, know when to disengage and know when to engage. There's just a host of us as women. We are always just constantly scrolling through. We are hanging out with each other, but we are just telling each other, have you seen this? Have you seen that? You are alone in your room, you're just like, what can I see? What can I see? Jumping from one media to the other, jumping from one media to the other. So you're just going on and on and on and on. If you check that, I realized that there were times when I could just switch off and just stay away for an hour. Or if you're going for a walk or you're going for something, you're just going alone without the media following you on your back. Nothing will go wrong. I always sit and tell myself, I didn't scroll 2 minutes ago. The same things are there. If I went on a social media platform, whatever news that is trending on this platform is on the other and the other. So I'm just changing platforms for the same information. And I'm using 5 hours to do the same. What if I use that to do something that I like? I am saving myself hours and hours. That is investment. That is investment. So consider yourself as an individual, your wellness, your soul, your peace of mind as a investment enough. This is a financial asset that is going to give you returns in the future. Don't exhaust yourself. I know sometimes it's unavoidable, but when you can, don't exhaust yourself. Like this year, it is just starting. This is March. You can always go back. Leave alone those issues of I didn't write my resolution for the year, so time has gone. It's already month 3. No, you can always start from wherever you are. If you want to write resolutions for this year, you can write. If you want to come up with gratitude for the things that you are achieving, you can still do them this March. You can still do them in November and still achieve them. So don't like limit yourself, especially the self-talk. Like you're all constantly in your mind, unajiambia vitu zenye hazifai. You're just like, what can I do? You're always just in your head. Leave that one alone. And then the last thing as a woman I want to tell you is to just jump into experiences. Like jump in them, like dive unknowingly, and purpose to enjoy yourself. Just like go out there and just be open to the world. I've talked about boundaries as a first point, but I'm also talking about openness. Like you know, if you, we are reasonable beings, you can tell the difference between experiences that you should be open to and people and networks and experiences that you should close yourself to. So balance is between openness and boundaries, and you're going to thrive. So above all things, whatever I've told you, be so sure that I'm going to implement myself. And above all things, I'm wishing you like wellness and thriving and good things as a woman. Like just go into yourself and dig deep. This is just like a pointers to what you can be. But there can be much more that you can do to invest in yourself. And let me hear from you what you agree, what you think you're doing this year to invest in yourself, the little things that you've already done, the small don't minimize your experiences. Any small thing that you've done, it counts. So as a pointer, by the way, you can keep like a gratitude jar. If you do one small thing, like you went on a solo date, you did what, put it in there, at the end of the year you'll see, like as a woman, you might not have achieved on the scale of what people say about self-investment, but you have all these experiences carried that you did not even think they are worth mentioning. So as always, I'm Faith K, and I'm asking you guys to continue subscribing. I my road is the road to 500 now. I am already past 0 and I'm grateful for it. So see you on the next video. Mwah!